If you can rap good and you from fucking Queens, you don't gotta go that far to find a motherfucker that can press that button and turn it on for you. That's just what I feel my place is in music right now, to do that. So that's what the album is about. A bunch of G shit and how to survive. Homie, this game ain't all what it's cracked up to be. And if you don't work, you don't eat. Yeah. Every now and then a few cats get lucky, blow the fuck up off of a humbug ass, but usually they don't last long, you know what I mean? We used to love the big homies. We used to just hope for the big homie to toss the set up to us when they drove by and we was happy for the day. Homie sent us to the store to get a beer or some like that. We in, he know who I am. Now the young homies be like, he don't know who I am? Like if I was a young nigga that was on records and I knew it was ops and we was rapping about each other's dead brothers and friends and all that.
Where she gonna be at?
I'm not even gonna be in the city. Only time I'm gonna be in the city is when I'm sliding. It was certain homies that we would learn from that would give us game, or that would be good examples, role models to us that could come around and see them every day after work, buy their beer, talk, give it up to the homie, smoke a joint, hop in their car. You see him being a family man, handling his business. The gang injunction made it to where some of them dudes couldn't even come around no more.
All right, man, we got back again, actually, for the second time. Mm-hmm. San Diego, West Coast legend, Mitchy Slick in the building. What's going on, Slick?
What's up, Big Reed? Yeah, that.
How you doing?
Can't complain, homie, you know, on the move.
Yeah.
This motherfucking Oklahoma heat ain't no joke.
Man, I feel like people don't really understand that. Like,
well, you know,
it's a different type of, it's a weird hot here. Like,
we be in Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
San Diego, LA, you be in Vegas a lot. So we ain't like all the way new to it. But you be feeling like once you get away from that shit, you ain't gotta run back into it. You come to Oklahoma and get a straight rude awakening. Like a motherfucker.
Facts. So normally, I want to do this interview a little different. Like normally I like to get to the new music at the end, but the album has so many things to talk about that I want to just jump straight into Selective Politicin that straight you dropped about a month ago now. Mm-hmm. So I mean, before I got specific questions, but just kind of give us a rundown of that project.
Homie, that's a project where, you know, all my projects now, homie, that I've been making as of the last like 2 years and shit, I just starting to understand what it is that I got to offer to the game that makes the most sense for me to be trying to give out, you know what I mean? And I feel like all the G homies that's still in the game, like if you ain't giving the youngsters nothing to build on or build off of or use as no weapon to get out in the world and make something great happen with, then, you know, they got rappers to do the shit, talk about the fun and the bitches and the hoes. I talk about fun and bitches and hoes too, you know what I mean? But that ain't the whole premise of the conversation. I'm giving out real G lessons. You heard the album, shit.
Facts.
Motherfucker gotta be like, damn near, this ain't one-on-one.
Facts.
That shit is for motherfuckers that's in the field. So that's all it is, lessons. A lot of lessons I want to get out to the youngsters, to my young homies, to the people in the streets. That's just what I feel my place is in music right now, to do that. So that's what the album is about. A bunch of G shit and how to survive with all the obstacles and the curveballs that be coming at young street cats, you know what I'm saying? A lot of music tell you how to ball and how to kill and all that shit, but how about how to survive, you know?
For sure. Is that a difficult, I feel like a lot of people from kind of, you know, the area that you came out in have had trouble transitioning into that, and a lot of people just kind of end up quitting making music, you know what I mean, versus going and, you know, because you like you said, you can't rap about the same shit you was rapping about, you know, 20 years ago. You got to figure out a different way to attack it. I mean, was that hard for you to figure out? Or?
I understand, and the hell yeah, it's hard. But if it wasn't hard, I don't want to do nothing that's easy. You feel me? So the thing is I attribute what I'm doing into a lot of cats that's in my group. They had their shine, you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like I ain't never really had my shine. That might be just me being on my own, whatever, because I think I'm supposed to be at the fucking Grammys and the goddamn, I'm supposed to be next to 50 and M and shit. That's how I feel. So I don't feel like I still am being innovative. A lot of cats had big records, had multi-million selling albums and shit like that. I don't know if they still got it in them to dig in their bag, you know what I'm saying, to come up with no shit. But with me feeling like I still got some shit to prove to motherfuckers, you know, I got a whole new lane of rap shit right now. Gangster rap, no, gang rap. Not gangster rap, gang rap. I ain't trying to stay in that shit, but I do feel I owe it to my young homies for all the shit I did before. I do owe it to them to learn how to survive or do whatever comes after fucking up for so long. You know what I'm saying? How to stay alive so you can make it that long, and then once you make it that long, how to be as great at getting money or being an entrepreneur or flipping homes or whatever as you was at shooting niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you could do that good, if you could sell dope and hustle and do all that shit good, then that means you got the capacity to do some other shit good. That shit don't help us. That helps you. This other shit I'm talking about could help all of us. You feel me?
Yeah. And so you talked about that kind of idea on Not the Pappy, right? You said basically that you weren't on yourself ever, or you didn't feel like. So explain that to me, because I mean, you know, to a lot of people, you know what I mean, you reach heights that people would dream about reaching. But I mean, I understand what you're saying, but just kind of explain that from what you
like. I've been next to platinum artists, and was there. I was there with the to see the, you know, right around that Up in Smoke era. Come on, man. West Side Connection and Snoop and Cube, and I mean, I wasn't all the way in, but I got to see that. So my ideal of a nigga that's on is some other shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? 50,000 arenas, 50,000 seats sold out and shit at arenas and shit. I done walked out on them stages and shit before. My name wasn't on the marquee, but shout out to some of the cats I was rolling with. I got to step out there and flex my shit. And a lot of cats where I'm from, I hear this shit all the time, you know what I mean? About, you know, what they think the artists that they're in their city or around them should be doing for this and for that. But it's easy to say that shit when you don't really know all it takes to make this shit happen. When you're looking at somebody and saying, well, damn, if I was a $10 million nigga, man, I would be doing this and that. Okay, well, what the fuck make you think I'm a $10 million nigga? Yeah, okay, I done flipped around and the top was down and some hundreds of thousands of dollar vehicles and shit like that. But shit, that don't mean that shit be around forever. Right. You feel me? And even if you do, like a lot of times people be trying to count your pockets or say somebody got this, or you don't know what somebody going through, homie. You know what I mean? You don't know. They got a big company and they raking in millions. Yeah, well, what if they got a fucking lawsuit on their motherfucking ass? You know what I'm saying? Right now, some little kid tripping their story, that shit can be, you know what I mean? You don't know what somebody's going through just from appearance on the outside. And in my city, a lot of cats feel like I should be doing this or for them, or I should be doing that for them, or they upset about this, or I'm like, homie, you don't understand what this is. And even shit, I'm not your daddy, homie. I don't owe you that.
Thanks.
I never fucked your mama.
Literally, that's
like, I'm not your fucking daddy. Now, as a homie, as a good partner, but what the fuck you expected from me? That's some daddy shit. That ain't no homie shit. You know what I mean? So anyways, it ain't a diss, but it's just to let cats in my city and around me, and then for other artists to be able to feel me on that. That's what it's about. Like, homie, this game ain't all what it's cracked up to be, and if you don't work, you don't eat. Yeah. Every now and then a few cats get lucky, blow the fuck up off of a humbug ass, but usually they don't last long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This shit, you gotta work, homie.
For sure. And that's, I kind of wanted to ask you, just the idea of like putting somebody on is kind of weird to me because, you know, like you said, you got to put yourself in a position. Like, it's not something that any one person is going to be able to just, I mean, there may be a few people in the world, you know what I mean? But
where we coming from, but like if you from the A, it's a lot of cats from the A that just got snatched out the trap and threw on the track, and that was all she wrote.
But even like you said, they're not going to be around next summer, for the most part.
Little babies, he's been around a few summers.
Facts.
It happens like that for them. In Oklahoma City and in San Diego, that's not, if you from Compton and you can rap good, that's a whole lot more action than if you from Oklahoma and can rap good.
Facts.
You feel me? Your shit looks a lot more promising if you from Compton. You feel me? Your goddamn uncle done made $1 million off of rap, or his girl, or somebody. If you from Compton, you know how many niggas you know that made $1 million off rap? If you went to fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brooklyn. If you're from Brooklyn, If you from Queens, if you can rap good and you from fucking Queens, you don't gotta go that far to find a motherfucker that can press that button and turn it on for you. You know what I mean? It's somebody in your hood. It's somebody in your projects that already did that before. If it was a motherfucker from my projects that already went quadruple, whatever, it'd been over already. You feel me?
For sure. What do you feel like it was because I feel like you always got the respect, even now, from the artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like back then, you know what I mean? It seems like all the artists, you know, knew the level that you were on, and then the young dudes always, you know, you got songs named after you. A lot of, you know, the next generation was putting you on projects and stuff like that. But it seems like the industry, maybe, you know what I mean? Like that side of it never really latched on to you. What do you feel like that was?
It's like I'm a acquired taste for a specific demographic of cats. If you give a fuck about how real the artist is that you listening to, or if you care that you actually seen the artist that you like and you seen him in the field doing the shit he talking about, some artists have done that, but to the level that I've done that, it's probably a little bit extreme to the point that's a blessing and a curse. All the straight niggas love me. You know what I'm saying? My demographic of fans is like 80-20. 80 niggas, 20 females. I wish I could switch that up because the girls spend the money, you feel me? But I never hopped in the game and made music for that. That ain't why I started making music, to get bitches or had them. I love the female fans, and I'm even making more music for that type of shit now. But that wasn't my thing. The street cats fuck with my music because of a lot of shit they didn't see me do in the streets. If Mitchy Slick said he was doing some gangster shit, they seen that before. If Mitchy Slick said he was doing some balling, if he's having some bitch, whatever it was, they saw that, and people gravitate to that in our demographic. In the suburban world, they don't really care so much about that, you know what I'm saying, as much as we do over here. But, you know, they care more about now, if you go extreme, because it's entertaining. If you a motherfucker that go to jail for killing people and get out and all that type of shit, they like that. That's entertaining to them. But far as just the real shit that we really know about every day, they don't give a fuck. But yeah, we took off from the gate. You said why? Like when we started, bro, shit, I went to every hood damn near in California, homie, promoting this shit. The old school way, hand to hand, mouth to mouth, you know what I mean? I mean, not mouth to mouth. Hand to hand, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Flyers, old school. Fucking sniping and shit on the walls and all that shit. Bay Area, LA, Dago, IE, Texas. Not every hood in Texas, but like California, Oakland, Frisco, Vallejo. I done been through every project with the homies, breaking bread, doing music, so that type of shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The old school way. That's why I got that, because people know me. They personally know me. Half of the people you come across are artists. They know Slick. They sat down with Slick. They been in Vegas with Slick. We done got money and did shit together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my story, homie.
For sure. What do you feel like, because it seems like one of the biggest like themes on the album is like the divide between the generations, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's a big thing, not even just with like the street shit, but just hip hop and just in general. There's like this like kind of like culture war going on right now.
It's not even in hip hop, bro. It's just period.
Yeah.
The young homies now, we used to love the big homies. We used to just hope for the big homie to toss the setup to us when they drove by and shit. And we was happy for the day. Homie sent us to the store to get a beer or some shit like that. Shit, we in. He know who I am. Now the young homies be like, shit, he don't know who I am? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I ain't knocking him for it. And I don't know where the fuck it came from all the way, but it's just a transition. The youth of today, bro, they just like, they don't want the big homies around. We wanted the big homies around. You look at how Pac or Snoop and it was moving in the beginning. Look in the back and look at the age of the people around. The rapper never was the oldest motherfucker in the crew. Now you see the new artists, shit, they got an age limit and shit. Nigga, you over 30, you can't hang with us. It's all kids.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No G's. That's the reason why as soon as something get popping, it's bullets flying and shit. Ain't no G's around. They ostracize all the G's. I ain't got no problem with it. I don't really need to hang with no kids no way. I'm a grown ass man,
Yeah.
but Still though, we gotta teach. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta learn. I'm never gonna shut down no G homie that's older than me and act like I don't want to hear what the fuck he talking about. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Oh, and another thing is I think today, just in the world today, the drugs that's popular right now, a lot of these drugs is like emotion shifting drugs and shit, making motherfuckers real fucking real sensitive and emotional and aggy and shit. You know what I mean? So as soon as you tell a motherfucker something now, you know what else I was tripping off of, homie? I love my young homies, but I was looking like at how skinny and unathletic and shit a lot of artists are today. Not just artists, the young homies. Ain't nothing wrong with being skinny, but I'm saying we was trying to be in shape to fight.
Yeah.
Just in case we had to fight a motherfucker. The young homies don't give a fuck about that shit no more. They like, fuck that, man. Say something. Gonna light your ass up. And that's the era, homie. Fact. I love the young homies, but I just wish the young homies to understand what we talking about as G's, because at the end of the day, you know, we want you to be around for your kids, man.
Yeah.
I'm just much of an asshole and want to shoot up shit as much as the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But once you get grades on the album and the song, once you get grades, you will have a different perspective of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like,
you said when you decide to grow up to the new generation, you become old blood. So
you become old blood.
Yeah.
And then I say on the song, I say, but and niggas act like they found a fountain of youth and don't think someday when they hear old blood, they ain't gonna be talking to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll tell them on that shit, I say.
And that's when you close out, you said, however you treat your old homies, that's how your young homies treat
I said, you can dish your big homies if you want to, but however you treat your big homies is how your young homies gonna treat you. You know what I mean? You're gonna be pissed off one day when you're a G and you got your little spot popping over here where you get money or doing whatever, and you don't need the police pulling up in front of your shit over here, and you want to be able to tell the young homies, hey, check it out, chill out, homie, take that down over there somewhere. You know what I mean? And when you can't do that, you gonna feel how the G's feel. And I be talking this G shit like I'm some super OG. I'm not the OG. I'm the YG. I'm in that group in the middle. I just understand. That's why I understand the young homies and I understand the big homies. Cause I'm right in the middle. His homie's 20 years older than me. His homie's 20 years younger than me. You know what I mean? So I just understand both parties. I know we gotta get something right, cause all this shit, man, I done seen so many young homies just die this last 2-3 weeks, homie. Lil Fulio, you know what I'm saying? That was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild. I'm like, goddamn. Like, it's like they don't have no plans for growing old. Like if I was a young nigga that was on records and I knew it was ops and we was rapping about each other's dead brothers and friends and all that shit.
Address you gonna be at?
I'm not even gonna be in the city. Only time I'm gonna be in the city is when I'm sliding.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't know, bro. Rest in peace to young homie though.
For sure. So on Salute, I mean, just kind of, I had a general question. It's something that I've talked to, like, you know, mentor type figures that I have about, because they kind of feel like it's the younger generation's obligation to like know who came before them.
It is.
But also I feel like the older generation also has you know, they have to teach you, you know what I mean? So, like, and that's kind of where I feel like a lot of that divide comes from, is like there's not a lot of communication a lot of times.
I feel the same way I feel like about history class or biology.
Somebody had to write that down though, you know what I mean?
Somebody wrote it down, and then if you want to learn about it, you gotta go open that book. He dead, he don't give a fuck about you. But if you want to be a part of that, you have to go learn and study what the scientists or the archaeologists before you did in order to know. You feel me? The military. You don't get to have that attitude in the military. You got to know everybody that came before you. You got to respect the G's. I also say on that motherfucker, I don't remember shit. I'm old now, homie. But it says the song says is if you know the Italian mafia
in the Navy
and as Muslims, if you turn to a G, you respect it still for what you've done. But this shit we got going on, that we all part of, that we all victims to, soon as you're not on the front line no more, being a frontline soldier, the respect on your name goes down. You know what I mean? You could be a fucking homeless bum. If you got a fucking Purple Heart in fucking World War II or whatever the fuck, and you show up at the goddamn Navy SEAL luncheon, your seat is at the front, at the top of the shit. You get to sit at the top of the table. You know what I mean? And it's kind of fucked up that we don't got shit. The mafia motherfuckers, they get old, they ain't got to hustle no more. They go post up. The young homies bring the bag through and make sure they straight, take care of family and all that type of shit. I'm not pointing the finger saying y'all are wrong for doing this, y'all are wrong for doing that. I'm pointing this finger saying, come over here, y'all, we gotta fix this shit. Cause you're not gonna be young forever. You're gonna be a G someday. It's a trip. It's a particular rapper that's very famous, and he's my homeboy. And I remember I used to hear his raps. And I remember he said a line about somebody being 30-something years old, and they was old, or something, you this old, you woo. And I was like, boy, that nigga gonna regret that line someday. And
he's about that age now, ain't he?
He older. And he's one of the main artists the young motherfuckers be on about being older. And I always thought about that line. I was like, oh, that ain't gonna age well. Yeah, that ain't what it's about, homie.
Yeah.
I think you supposed to start making and start rapping when your shit get whack. Ain't nobody talking about E40 too old, right?
That's facts.
Cause E40 will gas your young ass out. You feel me?
That's facts.
Straight up.
That's
the key right there, though. If we get to that,
yeah,
you gotta stay gassing, bro. You gotta stay rapping. And a lot of OG artists, they granddaddies and daddies and all that, they ain't concentrating on me. I'm still concentrating on chopping niggas' heads off, like every time.
Yeah.
Straight up. No disrespect to nobody I get on the song with or nothing like that. But I think we all should be trying to. If you ain't elevating your shit, if you ain't getting better, I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you ain't getting better, same with boxing, football, whatever the fuck. Start coaching or something.
Facts.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, you talked about it a little bit on the song. It was in you had the kind of almost like skits in the songs where you were just, talking a little bit, and you were talking about the gang injunction. And do you feel like, I feel like a lot of people that talk about it give it to like crack, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people got locked up and had to move away and stuff like that. But you feel like the gang injunction was a bigger
No, because gang injunction only affected a few of us. Everybody didn't get fucked up. Like in my neighborhood, there's probably only like 40 people on the gang injunction. It hurt me. It hurt my rap career terribly. They put a fucking law out that said that I can't hang in my neighborhood with my homies. So that basically means I'm a street artist. They can't even show you my hood with the homies in the video with me at these locations and shit like that. Or I gotta sneak and do it. I done got caught trying to do it, and me and all the homies done went to jail. Block off the whole street on both sides, move down the street, all the police task force, move down the street, checking all the IDs. If your ID is good, you can go. When they get to the middle, whoever ID wasn't good, they pile up in the middle, put them in the wagon, shoot them downtown. For what? For nothing. Don't even got no fucking case. Just fucking with niggas and shit. So yeah, gang injunction was whatever, but nah, gang injunction it wasn't the end all. It wasn't nothing like crack. Crack era, you young, y'all lucky. That was some other shit, y'all. And I know y'all hear about drug epidemics and all that shit. I was there for it. Ain't nothing like that era. Nothing. Like the crack era was so prevalent in every, like you would be able to see, like us just going outside, it would look different.
Yeah.
Just at high school, you would be able to see. It was niggas with lowriders and shit in the parking lot at high school. Little motherfuckers don't even hustle for a car. Who got a car? Who's 17 that you know got a car that's in the paint shop right now? Like customizing, painting. Nigga, you wasn't even a boy if you didn't have it. Every car niggas right now be stopped. Niggas was putting shit, snatching out guts, redoing interior TVs. High school, in the crack era, it was different.
Yeah.
It was more money around, like crazy money. And it fucked up a lot of shit. So I for sure can't say that gang injunction was like the crack era or anything similar. Ain't nothing did us worse.
I just mean from a perspective of like, even from like a personal level,
right.
Like the divide from, you know what I mean? Because
that fucked us up.
Yeah.
Gang injunction fucked us up.
Yeah.
Gang injunction made it to where it's homies. Like if you didn't give a fuck, you was still hanging, don't care. But if you was a homie that was a thinker, had a job, had some kids, had to be home tonight and some shit like that, the gang injunction made it, and you didn't even have to be on parole, probation, none of that shit. You could have beat all that shit. Because of hearsay, they put your name on this list, and there's homies that was on that list. It was certain homies that we would learn from that would give us game, or that would be good examples, role models to us that could come around and see him every day after work, buy their beer, talk, give it up to the homie, smoke a joint, hop in their car. You see him being a family man, handling his business. The gang injunction made it to where some of them dudes couldn't even come around no more. You know what I mean? So now you got the young homies leading the young homies. And that's what happened. That's what the gang injunction did a lot. It kept a lot of homies that, not all the homies, but a lot of homies that needed to still be around. Like you didn't even have to, I was on that shit. I had never been convicted of a felony before, and they put me on this list.
Do they have to, can you appeal that? Or like, I mean, what was that?
They've done something to it now. I don't know how real it is, but we supposed to have gotten rid of it. Salute to some of the leaders in Southeast San Diego that really fought against that shit in San Diego. My friend, good friend, the homegirl Layla Aziz in San Diego. Shout out to her, and shout out to Genevieve. Genevieve is one of the homegirls from the community that's a lawyer now, and really like fought for a lot of us with a lot of them people that was on that list being their friends and family. They fought for us to get rid of that shit, but for a long time it was fucked up, man. Police put my ID out and run it. They say I'm a fucking terrorist. Shit fucked up a lot of shit for me for a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Traveling out of the country and all type of shit. It's crazy.
None of that?
I sometimes I could,
just,
but the shit I had to go through, nah, I couldn't really.
Yeah.
Fuck around and get stuck in police or some shit or so crazy. Oh, they talking about I'm a terrorist. That shit was crazy, homie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been through shit with that.
For sure. The other thing I wanted to ask you about on Once You Get Grays, you said if they was really your homies, you wouldn't have to buy them.
Yeah.
So kind of just explain that to me. I mean, was that like, I just wanted to know where you were coming from with that.
A lot of these artists today, it's a lot of people around them, and they around them because they can afford them. It's certain, check this out. It's certain huge artists, right, that you never hear shit about. Here go your real. All right, this is a good one. This is gonna get something. It's a lot of big artists out here today, right? The biggest artists. But you wonder, out of all the shit talking you hear about these artists, how come you, as big as they are, how come you never hear nobody flipping or talking shit? Of course you sometimes, but you don't really hear nobody tripping off them, coming at them, none of their homeboys flipping on them, doing shit behind them back or putting them out there. You figure like this. If you made $100 million this year, and you took a couple homies on vacation twice this year, and them and their girls, and you know their rent was kind of tricky, and you paid half the rent or something a few times this year, and you know, a few good dinners you came and flew out of state a couple times. All together, homie, for one dude to do that, that shit might add up to 30, 40 bands for the year. But the average homie, if you do all that shit, she'll fucking slice a nigga in 1,000 pieces for you. But imagine how little of amount of bread that is to some of these big artists. And that's why you don't hear nobody talking shit about them, flipping on them, because they able to keep everybody around them happy and shit like that. But that's kind of fucked up when you got to do that to keep your people happy. They should be happy just because you being successful. So that's why I say, if they was really your friends, you wouldn't have to pay them. Like, I don't got to pay my friends. The motherfuckers I fuck with really fuck with me. The motherfuckers that I felt like I did have to pay them, or I felt like I did for them to be around me, or else they wasn't happy, shit, they fell off a long time ago, homie. I ain't motherfucking the names that I was talking about. I ain't gonna say the name, but that's just food for thought. Think about that. Think about how big some of these artists are, and how and the ones that you never hear. That's because they got enough money to make everybody around them happy, and it don't really cost that much to make everybody happy. If you made 100 million this year, of rap, 1 million to the homies, everybody happy, riding around in big cars and all type of shit. Yeah, but if it ain't like that, that's when you start seeing all the homies. I mean, all the artists that got their homeboys flipping and flashing them, because everybody think you really supposed to do some shit from them. And if they don't really understand the industry or the business, they'll see you in the video with what's the name and think, it's shit that I did and motherfuckers thought I was rich because I did it. They don't, nigga, I had to pay to do that shit. I did that shit for free. You feel me?
Thanks.
Crazy shit.
Thanks. And that kind of segues into the next question on the handbook. You were talking about just kind of people playing their role, and I feel like that's something that's real bad right now. Like, everybody wants to be the guy instead of being, helping the guy some type of way, right? And
you got to, bro. It's a trip, because when I would go talk to these labels, see, that's the perception. Mitch is on. He got the big cars, the big house, and all that shit. Y'all don't know what I did to get on to do that. Y'all don't know if I robbed the bank, but y'all see me standing next to this artist and y'all automatically think it's rap cash flooding in. And then if I don't rap with you, I'm keeping you from getting to the bag. Or if I don't put you on or put you with me, then I'm stopping you from getting to the bag. Bro, you don't want to do this shit, bro. Like, my life, homie, since I've been rapping, homie, I can't even act like it kept me out a lot of shit, but it kept me in a lot of shit too. You know what I mean? Now, it's one thing when you rapping and you can move to fucking up on top of the hill and butlers maids, security guards and all that shit riding around you and all that all the time. Yeah, that's one life. But when you the most known cat in your city and your security is you, and everybody think you up and on and all that type of shit, I've been doing all right for myself, you know what I'm saying? I've been taking care of my family and shit like that. But yeah, man, so basically the handbook, the whole song is about, to start off, here's the handbook to keeping the set bracket. This is how to keep your neighborhood straight. Now, make sure you do everything right, because it's going to be some cold motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you, and they're going to try to, push their own agenda. But regardless of what comes your way, somebody around this motherfucker got to be a leader. Somebody got to step up from the hood and be a leader. Who is it going to be? When it was my turn, I did. So I'm just saying, I don't speak directly to my homies. This is shit that I know that people all over want to say, because I see what's going on in the hoods all over.
And that's why I really like the album, because it's from a perspective of, like, it's like it's leaning like a gang of feel, you know what I mean? Like, keeping the set together and stuff like that. But if you really look at it, you can apply it to whatever.
Cause that's the problem we got in our community. We don't do shit together. Everybody want to do something on their own. Everybody want to own their own this or own their own that. But shit, all the big companies, it's not one person that owns them. It's a corporation. It's a team. You feel me? That's all I'm trying to teach to the homies. Love the homies. Quit hating the homies so much. Like you shouldn't hate a motherfucker that you grew up with since elementary school and knew more than you hate some motherfucker that, you know what I mean? Like, come on, homie. And then it's really fucked up nowadays, third, fourth generation, because a lot of these little dudes is out here trying to kill each other. They daddies is friends and shit. They mamas is homegirls and shit and grew up together and shit like that. So that shit really be crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hella, like, man, that shit, wow. Be in the courtroom. little mama be up in that motherfucker and they son be getting washed up, and you look on the other side and it be they homegirl son that they kid done killed or some shit like that. And I'm talking about like more times than not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. She done lost two. She done lost her baby to the system. She done lost her baby because her homegirl son killed him. Damn. Now, not only was that, look at that stanky shit between them families now, homie. That's phone.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Them type of issues. That's the shit I be talking about. Them type of issues. Everybody else show the glamorous side. Yeah, we killed him. Yeah, we smoking the op. Yeah, what about when your homeboy gets smoked?
Yeah.
And you gotta go to his mama house and tell his mama that he gone for some shit y'all was out doing. You know what I mean? It's another side. It's downsides to a feud. It ain't always the champagne popping because we scored. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get posterized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bet. But yeah, man, overall, I love the album.
I appreciate you, homie.
You know, like I said, it's, I love the, you know, perspective that you took, and just, it's applicable to a lot of shit beyond just, you know, gangbanging, essentially. Like, it's a lot of gems in there that anybody could look to and, you know, take.
Glad you took the time out to listen, homie.
Yeah, for sure. So kind of getting back into your, you know, just into San Diego, I saw that they had you out at the San Diego Music Awards.
It's a big deal in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many San Diego cats have graced that stage, but I don't think too many Southeast San Diego cats have. It's been going on for like 30 years. This is a big thing. Fly shit, homie. It's so fly. Shit, man, if I wasn't even from San Diego, I would want to fly in, man. It said Humphreys by the Bay. That shit on the water. Shit was dope. Yeah, man. Shout out to San Diego Music Awards. I got nominated for Best Hip Hop Song this year. I won last year Best Hip Hop Song for this song I had called Padre Gang. But this year I got nominated for a song that I did on my last project, which was, we might have talked about that too. Everybody Hates Mitch, I think it was. I got nominated for Best Hip Hop Song. That was in my Elko. And that was produced by Sir Veterano. And shout out to the homie Quad Fresh Yard Records, man. We put that project together. It was nice. We toured off that thing. Yeah, that was a good one.
For sure. So I want to talk about sports a little bit, because you've been kind of influencing the conversation. I don't know if, you know what I mean, people have been picking up on, it seemed like they kind of took your post. And we're making all type of Bleacher Report and everybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
About the running backs.
Oh, yeah.
So just kind of talk about, I mean, did you grow up playing football?
Yeah, pretty much, homie. That's all we good at in San Diego, man. We don't do shit else. We ain't got no actors. We ain't got no great rappers. We ain't got shit. But we got some football players, homie. As a matter of fact, we got the best running backs in the world, man, straight up. yeah. I mean, say
it would be hard to argue with the list. I mean, I can listen if you want, but I think
you probably don't even know the list. The list goes deep. I can show you another list.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. What list you got?
I got.
Who you got?
Marcus Allen, Ricky Williams, Rashawn Salam, Reggie Bush.
That's all the Heisman.
Arian
Ricky
Foster,
Williams. Yep. We got
Terrell
4 Heisman
Davis.
Trophy winners. We got 4 Heisman Trophy winners out of 10 square block radius. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people do that. And with these new high schools and shit and the way they doing it now, it's probably going to be more, because now they recruiting and shit. And they bringing players from out of state, and they got these old super schools, IMG and goddamn.
Bishop Gorman.
So we probably won't have that title soon. IMG, they pulling kids from all over. So they probably going to have the most Heisman Trophy winners and shit. But far as just grew up in the community where we from, I don't think there's no city that has as many running backs that are notable as.
Marcus Allen and Terrell Davis went to the same high school you went to,
my high school, yeah, Lincoln High School, straight up. Marcus Allen, Terrell Davis, Super Bowl Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying, straight up.
Yeah. Is that where the green comes from?
Yeah, the community, yeah. The whole community, the Pop Warner team, the high school, the boys club in that neighborhood, it's all green, yeah. Yep.
So it was just natural?
Yeah, for the most part.
For sure.
The list, hold on, let me see. Let me get that list right.
Yeah,
So-
because I'm leaving. The best athletes I know didn't go pro, and I'm sure that's the story.
That's the story.
The same story is there's probably somebody that was.
Let me see who we got. We got you said Arian Foster?
Yeah.
Fucking man, I'm looking at this ain't on. I'm like, god damn. Tyler Gaffney.
I didn't have him, but yeah.
Tyler Gaffney. Justin Green played for the one of the young homies, man. Coach Green was his dad, man. Justin played for the he played for Cathedral High School. I think he went to Stanford maybe too. And then he went and played over there at the who did Justin Green play for? Let me see who else. Dope running backs. We got a lot of them. I'm looking at all this shit. Oh yeah. Fucking Mike Wiley played for running back for the fucking Cowboys, Ohio State. The list goes on. I will be here all day. Oh yeah, Archie Emerson. Archie Emerson I think he might hold one of the Canadian foot. We got a lot of Canadian football. The best Canadian quarterback ever in history from went to Lincoln. That's Marcus Allen's brother, Damon Allen. He got every QB record it is in the Canadian League. But the list goes on. We play football. But yeah, you seen them posts they was talking about the running backs and shit?
Yeah, after yours.
Yeah. We be arguing about that shit everywhere I go.
Sure. I mean, I don't know you can argue with that list.
It's hard to argue that list.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially out of one, area of one city.
Yeah.
How you feel about I saw you posted that too. Reggie Bush got his trophy back.
That's my baby bro right there. That's my brother, man. He's such a good dude, bro, that whatever the fuck made him lose it in the first place wasn't even on him, bro. My understanding it wasn't even on him. It was on his stepdad and shit like that. I mean, I ain't trying to put no blame nowhere. I don't know what the fuck it was, but just the shit I read. But come on, man, you can't take what that boy did, But we never felt like he took anyway. We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner, straight up.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's fucked up now because the way that college is now, like, I mean, not even to mention whatever they got him for, but he would have made
stupid
$100 million, $20 million something in the college.
NIL shit crazy now.
Crazy. And he was the biggest, you know what I mean? Like, he was on the cover in
have you ever
06. I was probably like 8 years old.
Have you ever seen the list of best high school football players ever?
Which, I mean, no.
They try to say he's the number one.
Oh, yeah?
But it's a few. You got to look at that list. They got a few lists. Yeah, they try to say Reggie was the best ever. Now, a lot of little motherfuckers ain't came up now in the last few years. But yeah.
Yeah, you had how'd you know Michael Bowens?
Michael Bowens?
Uh-huh.
That's my nephew.
Okay.
Yeah. Micah, man, believe it or not, Micah is playing at that was a crazy situation. We got beef with OU, bro. Straight up.
Let's talk about it.
We do, bro. Because they never would give us what the story was. We talking about we got the fucking, in his class as a freshman, he was the number one quarterback in the country. As a, high school. Won state championships in Nevada at Bishop Gorman. And then went to Penn State. Coach left, so he transferred to OU. Shit, I went to the spring games. You can go Google that shit. Michael Bowens. Go Google that shit. Spring game, OU. The same time fucking was quarterback in who was it? Williams?
Yeah.
Williams, when that shit was going on with the quarterback, Spencer Rattler. Little nephew was right in that shit, and I ain't gonna say they're better than him.
Yeah.
Go look. He get a series. He get a series. You're gonna say he the worst? Anyways, we just never understood how y'all never played him. Y'all had serious quarterback issues, and y'all never put him on the field. And I recommend a lot of my big players that come up out of San Diego, to go to fucking OU. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just with that right there, and not even being able to communicate like that, I love OU. We all want, like, believe it or not, coming out of San Diego, my era, we all wanted to play for the Sooners. We all wanted to be Sooners. Everybody. When I was a kid, we wanted to be Sooners. Fucking Jamel Holloway, had us fucked up, bro, forever. Still got us fucked up to this day.
Yeah.
You feel me? But just never put my nephew on the field, and he a baller. So P Gang, he did his mission. He's at Bethune-Cookman right now. This is his last year. He gonna be quarterbacking at Bethune-Cookman, HBCU. We gonna see what's up.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Well, to you know, if it's any consolation for, you know, I graduated from OU.
You did.
The people that
Dope.
were, yeah, and I worked for the football team, but the year before he got there was my last year. But the people that were doing that, nobody that likes OU likes them either. So it's you know, they're out of there.
Oh, okay. Well, there it go then. Let's run it up.
Yeah, but
okay, I'm gonna start sending back some of these specimens back out here, man. Yeah.
Don't hold out on us, because it's a whole different regime in there now. How you feel like, I know y'all still got the Padres, how do you feel like the Chargers leaving affected the city?
It's crazy, homie. I never really been tapped in too much to our organizations out there, just for the simple fact that they never really, we never saw the Chargers. No, man, come on. I'm Air Coryelled out, man, as a young cat, man. And LaDainian and all them coming up. Winslow and all that shit. We love the Chargers, but they presence in the community, with us being such a big football city and shit like that coming up, and the teams I played for, that was nationally ranked Pop Warner Kids teams and all that shit. We never saw the Chargers, bro. They never pulled up, bro. There never was no nothing from the Chargers. There was never no kids day with the Chargers, or so-and-so is coming to the field today, or so. I'm talking about, out of 15 years of balling, I never seen you motherfuckers one time over here. So it kind of made me not so much a big fan of the organization. Them being gone, yeah, okay, it's cool, you know, but I never would. But this some homies heart broke, sick off that shit.
Yeah.
But now that they gone, you can feel that void, man. You have a team in your city for 40 years and they gone. That's a big hole. You know what I mean?
A lot of money and shit. I'm sure that's not.
Yeah, man. We wasn't getting none of the money anyway, so I ain't talking about that part.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to be a Charger fan, especially when they LA now. Some of the homies that been to the pen, that been to jail, they die hard. They done sat up there and fought and won meals and shit off representing their city in the Chargers. So some of the homies, they ain't letting it go.
Yeah.
They got season tickets. They go up to LA every fucking weekend and go to the game. Shout out to my brother Boo Snoop. Boo Snoop sat down for like 22 years on, you know, up in the penitentiary systems, riding it out as a Charger. He don't miss a game. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, they gone. It is what it is.
Okay, for sure. I want to get just your thoughts on like where the West Coast is right now. I mean, obviously, we don't need to get into the whole, you know, origins of it. That's everybody, you know. But just kind of the way, it seems like Kendrick made it a point to, you know, that was an interesting thing that he did, and I feel like you have a good perspective on that, from the show to the, you know, the video, and I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was good. I thought it was big. I thought it was really like a LA thing more than a West Coast thing, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure.
And
I mean, he had E40 do the narration, but
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But he did what he was supposed to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But it's good for Kendrick, his crew in LA. It was a big thing, and that is a big part of the West Coast. But I don't really have too much thoughts on it. I'm just in support of what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to baby bro. That's my nigga. J-Rock, whole TDE camp. Shit, I started out grinding right around them and all that type of shit when I first started going. But it's most definitely inspirational to see. But it's still Compton again. You feel me? Not like that's a bad thing. It's just like, it's not as inspirational as it would be if it was fucking goddamn Bakersfield or some Modesto or some shit. We've been seeing Compton win it, you feel me? So, but it's dope though. It's dope as fuck. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm not really into beef rap though. I don't like talking shit about people. I'd rather just fuck you up. You know what I mean? Straight up, like for real, and not talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Kendrick was on the end that he was on with the situation, like a motherfucker, civil business. Yeah. Drake though, I don't know. That's kind of fucked up for him.
What do you mean?
Just think, I seen a fucking clip and the song was on and the motherfucking little 8 years, 10, 12 years, talking about certified pedophile, certified, like, ooh, that got to hurt. And we don't even know what that's about. You know, that's kind of, because I done had motherfuckers say fucked up shit about me on records that wasn't true. I'm not saying it is true or ain't true, I don't know. But I just know that's heavy for an artist to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't like he maybe didn't ask for that shit though. He's very not humble through the process of these last few whatever. And you are over here with the gangs, you know, with the niggas in the hood and the gangsta shit.
I feel like that's where he really fucked up, was trying to play that angle that Kendrick wasn't. That was crazy to me. I feel like that was a direct. That's what led to that concert.
You from fucking Canada, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? You like, that's like me being in Canada trying to smash somebody that's the main motherfucker for Canada. Or if I'm hustling over in Canada getting to the bread, I don't want to be over here like trying to knock the main motherfucker from Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You gotta pick your battles wisely. That's all that was a perfect example of, homie. You gotta pick your battles wisely. No matter how big you are, you gotta pick them wisely. No matter how big your guns are, you gotta pick them wisely. Cause he barked up the wrong motherfucking tree with that. And I'm gonna tell you something else when we're talking about it. If you look at it, homie, in these big battles, the underdog always wins. Look at Reed, he's doing the math.
Yeah.
Nas, Jay-Z, Drake, Meek Mills. When does the big dog ever win?
Yeah.
You know why? Because naturally, homie, the world as a whole got a little hater in them. And I'm not saying that Kendrick won. No, Kendrick barred out, straight up. But I've been on the other side of that stick. I learned the fastest way to get a movement going is to find a common enemy for a group of people and blame him for whatever y'all problem is. This ain't got nothing to do with Kendrick. Somebody tried to do the shit to me. Like, Mitch won't rap with you, but I will. If he rapped with us and you, we'd all be great. That shit, for real, yeah. I can rap with you, yeah. Come on, you can rap with me, yeah. He should rap with you too, bro. I'm not rapping with no whack ass nigga, bro. Like, if you want to rap with a, go ahead right ahead. But you see how easily that can make an army?
Yeah.
Easily. You want to get a crew? Find somebody that's baller than this army and blame whatever the fuck reason why y'all ain't balling on him. And you're gonna get deep. You're gonna have a crew fast. Trust me. I seen it happen. Okay, perfect example. Whoever's cracking in Oklahoma right now, if one of the rappers that used to fuck with him broke off and said, he ain't doing this for us and he could be doing this and he should be doing that. Matter of fact, come with me and we gonna make some, we gonna get this. And if it wasn't for him, like, dude, with little, like cats that ain't really all the way sharp, young cats that need to mature a little bit, they'll rally up behind some shit like that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, and shit like that has happened too at here at a small.
Trust me, I know.
That's perfect, because that was basically where I wanted to end it. You've been in and out of here, I mean, like 3 years? 3-4 years? A minute years. At this point. And gotten.
I love Oklahoma,
yeah.
Homie. I ain't even got to do everything I want to do in Oklahoma, but I want to do more though. I put a couple shows on in Oklahoma.
Thanks.
I done put a couple dollars in some homies' pockets around here, you know what I'm saying? Just doing what, motherfuckers talking about that check-in shit. It ain't about checking, it's just about showing respect to other people's home. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's it.
So, I mean, I just wanted to get your overall thoughts on, I mean, what you think from a music side of what we have going on out here?
It's very similar to San Diego.
And I think I kind of said that the first time we met, but I don't think you had. I think you hadn't been out here that long. That first time we did that interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's like it's just when you in a city that don't really got a lot of button pushers, it's hard because the game ain't about who's the most talented no more, man. You know, it ain't about that. It's about numbers now, you know. And if you in a city that know the industry and the game well, you know ways to manipulate shit or make shit look bigger, or you know what I mean. And when you in Oklahoma, you know, like in LA, like I always say, if you in the Bay or somebody, it's somebody that you can go reach out to and they actually can push a button. You know what I mean? You come across, like, perfect example, WAC 100 be in the streets with motherfuckers. If you rap hella good and you know WAC 100 and you can get to him, you know WAC 100 could blow you up. You feel me? But like, who's that guy in Oklahoma? Like, who is San Diego? We don't have a guy like that. You know what I mean? We don't have that.
So what do you feel like for an artist would be the advice other than somebody has to turn into that guy?
Who am I to say that? I can't say that. I ain't been able to figure that shit out myself for me. I know what the city needs. The city needs motherfuckers.
You don't give yourself enough credit, bro.
That too though.
Like, people would kill to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would kill to be in Kendrick's position.
Exactly.
Though.
I mean,
that.
He would probably want to be Michael Jackson. You know
yeah, but he'd be fine living where he living at right now too.
Facts, but there's people down, you know what I'm saying, that can't get a song off the ground and saying, you know, why is he complaining? You know what I mean? Like,
nah, fuck that. You don't want to be me. Nah, you want to be fucking Eminem. You want to be Dre. You want to be, you feel me? You lead Outkast. You want to be motherfuckers that's like legacy artists that could tour forever. They hold everybody in their immediate family is balling. Everybody in my family, immediate family ain't balling off no rap. They ain't slumming and all that shit, but it ain't off no rap. My mama and granny and aunties and all that shit, you know, they worked a little bit longer than I wanted them to have to work. You know what I mean? Motherfucking goddamn little baby mama ain't going to work no more. You feel me? Moneybag Yo mama ain't going to work. The game and the business is a little bit different down there. I named 2 artists that actually came in behind other big artists. You know what I'm saying? Not to take away from their talent, but they didn't have to do what, you know, you from fucking Memphis right now, it's on. You from Chicago, it's on. You from Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? You from fucking goddamn Salt Lake. I ain't knocking the cities. I'm just saying they're not rap cities. Yeah. It's different when you're trying to come out of those cities. The problem is that your own city, they're not used to seeing somebody and treating them. If you from Brooklyn and you grew up in Brooklyn and you grew up, your city knows how to treat an artist. They know how to respect this artist celebrity and shit. When he come to the club, they know how to be. When he come in the store, they know. Motherfuckers in San Diego still be trying to, like, I go into a restaurant, them motherfuckers, they know who I met you and they still charge me for food. I'm like, bro, do you know if I post your shit right now, you gonna make 10 times or 20 times what you getting off my little plate and shit like that. But when you from a city that don't really understand that, like that all the way, you know what I mean? Like Nip, like a lot of shit Nip was doing. Like, I'm not gonna be able to just walk up in the store in San Diego in fucking Starbucks and it's a little motherfucker in it and just see me and be like, hey, Slick, what's up, homie? You got that store? Yeah, I got this new program that's gonna vertically integrate your store and make it, you know how Nip had the interacting store and shit like that? That just came from somebody in the city recognizing and respecting what it is that he brought to the table. His equity. See, a lot of these, like our cities, the equity be like, what kind of, they don't, money or, equity could come in your celebrity or your influence. Let me say that, your influence. You gotta be from a city that understand that type of shit in order for that shit to really work for you. And it's part of people like you that doing what you doing. See, these little, imagine all the little artists and how important you are to an artist coming out of Oklahoma. And the ones that don't all the way know how to respect that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Who else can make you more known than you right now? Or, you know, it's other homies, but I'm saying right now, your job is to make the artists in Oklahoma be known. and get popping. How a motherfucker gonna not respect you? Come around you acting like he don't need you. You do need him. You feel me? But you gotta be from a city to understand that type of shit. And unfortunately, San Diego, we working on it, but we don't all the way got it yet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no millionaires built off of rap. You know what I mean? I mean, if we want us to make, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Houston, just think Houston. Facts. Come on, man, they got it. They been living for a while in Houston, off rap. Chicago, Florida, shit. Even like just a Pitbull, like Pitbull is more cracking than the whole Oklahoma and San Diego put together. One artist.
Yeah.
And it ain't for comping. It ain't for shot. You feel me? So we ain't really got to get there yet, bro. And I feel it because it's one thing when you from a city like that. That don't mean that the artists ain't as dope as them other artists. It just means that they got the button. They got button pushers. You asked me earlier what to do, what we could do. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know. I ain't figured it out. I mean, I could make up some slick shit probably to say or some shit like that. But far as really effective, the market in Oklahoma and San Diego, we just gotta learn more and learn what's important and what's not important. You know what I mean? Important.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta know that. They gotta understand that. Once they do, then we're gonna start having more writers. It's not just the rapper that's important. It's the videographers, it's the photographers, it's the fucking it's the designers, it's the motherfuckers that make the merch. As much money as we know that merch make for artists, how ain't nobody praising the niggas that make merch? You feel me? They ain't understanding that. Ain't nobody trying to collab with them. But I am though. It's dope, homie.
That's love. I appreciate it. Shout out to Uni. He came in and airbrushed it. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming in, sitting down with us, bro.
Much love, homie.
If
I know y'all having me.
I'm sure you got some like tour dates coming up, or
me and Sugar Free putting one together right now.
Okay,
you
dope.
Ain't seen the Sugar Free shit, bro?
Mm-mm.
You tripping? You ain't see I thought we got one going up right now. We just put it out last week. It's going up.
Yeah.
Me, shout out to the young homie Spody, and Sugar Free. We got a record out right now called Get Your Mind Right. It's doing numbers right now.
Yeah.
Yep. And produced by the homie Cricket. Shout out to the homie Nemo over there at Cygnus Records. I got the homie Indago really back up at it again. I don't know if y'all heard about Cygnus Records ever, but it's a label. It's also a website. It's a real big West Coast website. The homie kicked back for a minute, but he done got back in the game. He came back with a bang and dropped a record with Sporty and the homie Sugar Free, a group album, and the lead single off the album is Get Your Mind Right with me on that motherfucker, and it's going up.
Oh, hell yeah. So y'all gonna put some dates together?
Yeah, we about to post a start up the end of this month. If everything go right.
Hell yeah. Well, excited to see it, bro. Like I said, like always, appreciate you taking time out.
Thanks for having me, homie. Thanks for welcoming me, man.
Always. Mitchy Slick, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that you already know.